In a summer where Liverpool are expected to reshape their squad under the watchful eye of manager Arne Slot, one decision is already sending ripples through the fanbase, and it concerns a player many assumed was part of the club's long-term future. With speculation building and top clubs from England to Germany circling, the Reds have quietly laid the groundwork for a move that could raise both eyebrows and transfer funds. It's a decision that hints at calculated ruthlessness from the new regime at Anfield, and one that may force supporters to reconsider who truly sits in the club's inner circle of untouchables. For one young defender, the writing might just be on the wall. What's really going on behind the scenes? And why now? Let's break it down along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool are champions again. To mark this historic 20th league title, we've just launched our exclusive Champions collection of t-shirts. Celebrate in style and show your pride with official gear made for real Reds. Head over to copiclothing.com or just click the link in the description and grab yours while stocks last. But first, Jurgen will officially become a Liverpool player this summer, and the goalkeeper been given valuable time to prepare for his £29 million move. Mamardashvili will complete his delayed switch to Merseyside when the transfer window opens, after a deal was agreed with the Valencia back in August. A 24-year-old who made 34 appearances in his final season at Estadio de Mestalla is then expected to take over from Kelleher as backup to and competition for Alisson. Having yet to be in contact with his new teammates or even Arne Slot, there could be some apprehension from Mamardashvili as he prepares to relocate. But he has been given extra time to prepare for his move to the UK, having been left out of the Georgia squad for next month's friendlies against the Faroe Islands and Cape Verde. I think a large number of our players needed a rest. Manager Willy Sagnol explained on Wednesday. They have had to play too many matches in the last 2 to 3 years. I think it was the right decision to give them free time. It is important that they are in good shape in September. Mamardashvili is currently enjoying time back in his native Georgia and can look to spend the coming weeks resting and recharging before work resumes. He should be part of the first group of players to report for pre-season at the AXA Training Centre on July 8th, with Slot able to call upon a strong squad from day one. That will mean he will have had over 6 weeks off, having played his final game for Valencia on May 23rd. A 1-1 draw with Europa Conference League runners-up Real Betis. With the ability to settle successfully off the field, as important as finding his feet on it during those first months at Liverpool, Mamardashvili can certainly benefit from his break from international duty. Liverpool will be on hand to liaise with their incoming stopper over accommodation, with it often the case that new arrivals first move into hotels such as the Titanic on Stanley Dock before finding permanent homes. Mamardashvili can expect time to adjust to new demands on the pitch too, as he will join as number 2 behind Alisson. Meanwhile, Liverpool were already fielding enquiries over Kelleher, who has reiterated his desire to become a first-choice goalkeeper, with Brentford most prominently linked and the club seeking upwards of £20 million. Now, in a shock defender decision ahead of the transfer window, Liverpool will certainly not allow Jarell Quansah to leave on the cheap, and with interest from clubs in England and Germany, they have set their price tag. There is a sense that for the right offer, Quansah could be permitted to leave Liverpool this summer, having failed to fully convince Arne Slot. His position behind Ibrahima Konate in the pecking order as partner to Virgil van Dijk certainly did not help. But the youngster produced a number of shaky performances when called upon. Given the level of interest in his signature heading into the transfer window, it could be a situation Liverpool use to their advantage. The Mail's Lewis Steele and fellow Liverpool journalist David Lynch have both reported interest from the Premier League and the Bundesliga, while revealing the club's lofty asking price. Quansah has a lot of clubs sniffing around him, keeping an eye on him both in England and in the German Bundesliga, Steele explained on YouTube. One of them could be Bayer Leverkusen because, as we know, Jonathan Tah is off to Bayern Munich. Maybe they could try and get Quansah, but Liverpool would want a lot of money for him. We're talking around £50 million. Writing on his Substack, Lynch described Quansah as a genuine candidate for a departure, with the player thought to be keen on securing more game time after a frustrating season. Were Liverpool to reluctantly let him go, Lynch added, a valuation of around £50 million would have to be met. Quansah made 25 appearances in all competitions in the season just gone, but started just 13 games, and the opening day of the campaign, when he was brought off at half-time at Ipswich, was the only time he was truly preferred to Konate. Newcastle were heavily interested last summer, but Liverpool knocked back their advances, though the club were more receptive to allowing Joe Gomez to leave as part of a deal that would have seen Anthony Gordon move to Anfield. It appears as though it would be one or the other moving on this time around, as Steele explained. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Quansah this summer, he said. I would say more likely to stay, but I would not be surprised at all if he leaves. The same can be said about Joe Gomez. I definitely don't think Liverpool will sell both of them, but it feels like one of them will probably leave this summer. In other news, surprise claims of Bayern Munich's interest in Cody Gakpo have been verified by sources on Merseyside, but the winger is very unlikely to leave Liverpool. Gakpo finished his first season under Arne Slot as Liverpool's second top goal scorer, finding the back of the net 18 times in his 49 appearances. Averaging a goal or assist every 107.8 minutes, the Dutchman benefited from the freedom of being restored to his natural position on the left wing and cemented himself as a first-choice starter. But heading into a summer of change for the Premier League champions, Gakpo has now been surprisingly linked with a move away. Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg reported earlier this week that Bayern Munich are considering Gakpo, along with Brighton's Kaoru Mitoma and AC Milan's Rafael Leao, as they target a new left winger. The journalist claimed on X that there has already been contact between player and club, and he is considered a potential departure candidate by Liverpool. Plettenberg later added that Bayern are one of only 3 clubs Gakpo would consider leaving Liverpool for. The timing of these claims, on the back of Liverpool beating Bayern to a commitment from Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz, is certainly questionable. But in an update on YouTube, the Mail's Lewis Steele corroborated claims of Bayern's interest in Gakpo, though he insisted it was very unlikely the 26-year-old would leave. The only thing to say on Gakpo is that Bayern Munich are definitely interested, the Liverpool journalist explained. I saw that was reported last week in Germany, I checked it out, and it is true, they are keen. They like Kaoru Mitoma as well. I can't see Liverpool selling Cody Gakpo this summer, no way. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.